I made a 100% fresh milled einkorn sourdough loaf. It is 67% hydration. It is sticky, very sticky. Not horrible, but with fresh milled, it is so fragile and can easily tear. My goal when I'm shaping this fresh milled einkorn is to not tear the dough and to keep it as intact as possible. Not sure if that's gonna be met 100%, but we're gonna give it a go. Here is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna gently press down. I'm bringing this over here, and I do lightly flour the counter surface because if not, it will stick and then it will be a complete mess. Typically, if I'm using an all-purpose einkorn, I would pull the center part up and stretch it over. I would do stitching, but with fresh milled einkorn, you cannot do stitching like that. So all I'm gonna pretty much do is I'm going to fold it like that and fold it like this, and it's kind of like a little burrito. I'm just kind of pressing down. I'm gonna squeeze the sides here. This is exactly what I want, a burrito. With rice flour, I generously dusted this banneton because it will stick. I'm going to gently grab it, put it in my hand, lay it in there. And I can use the bench scraper to plop it in. I don't like to waste any dough. I am going to make sure there's no dry pieces. I'm gonna put that in. I did feel a little bit of a dry piece. This is what it looks like, and I am not going to leave this as is because it looks weird. All right, I need more structure, I need more tension. I'm going to gently stitch. And I do have rice flour on the countertop. I'm dusting my hands when I'm stitching so it doesn't stick entirely. But I also like to dip my fingertips in water and also olive oil because that helps the dough not sticking to my fingertips like this. Whatever your preference is, it really doesn't make a difference. I think next time I will go with the olive oil or at least the water because it does get a little messy. I'm gently stitching this. So this looks a lot better. This here has a slight jiggle. I'm gonna let it sit out for about 2 more hours and I'm going to let it puff up before I put it in the refrigerator. It has been bulk fermenting for about almost 5 hours, 4 hours and 45 minutes. And I did change the temperature of the dough a little bit this time. I typically go for about 74, but this time I wanted to see what it would be like at a 78-degree dough temperature. Some of the time it got up to 80 when I initially had milled the flour so that it warms the flour a little bit. The dough temperature initially was higher, but average temp is about 78 degrees, and einkorn can be tricky because it can ferment very quickly. But that's the fun as well. It's always experimenting with einkorn. We'll see how this turns out.